back to another video in React Native. So in this video we'll be looking into how we can implement React navigation using the Expo Router. Okay, and if you find this interesting, please hit the like button and also subscribe for more such content. So let's get started. So basically this Expo Router is a file-based router for React Native and the web applications. So it's basically built on top of React navigation and has different features, and it helps in something known as the file-based routing. So this Expo Router uses basically a file-based convention to define different routes inside of your application. Okay, so now the first step we'll be looking into is we're gonna see how we can initialize or inject the Expo Router into our project. Okay, so there are basically two steps. The first one is automatically we're gonna initialize Expo Router when we create a new project, and the second step is we're going to add it manually into a bare Expo project. So in this video we're going to follow the second step, that is we're going to add the Expo Router manually into a bare Expo project. So in the coming videos, that is when we initialize new projects, that time we can add the Expo Router automatically with the help of the npx code. Alright, so now the first step is, as I told, we're going to create a fresh Expo project. So let's go do that. So inside my terminal, I'm going to go into my build folder firstly, and over here I'm going to say npx create expo app. I'm going to press on enter. So this should ask us to choose a project name. Okay, so you can give it any name. I'm going to give it expo navigation, something like this, and press on enter. So this is going to take in a couple of minutes to initialize our project, so let's wait for that. Alright guys, so our project has been initialized. As you can see, it says your project is ready. So now the next step is we have to go into this particular project folder and then look into the file structure. So let's go do that. So let's open file, open folder. I'm going to go into my build folder, and then I'm going to open the Expo navigation. Okay, so basically towards the left hand side is a file tree that Expo has given us when we initialize a bare Expo project. Okay, so this is basically the main app.js. So now, as I told, now we're going to inject the Expo Router into this particular application, that is Expo navigation. So let's head over to Chrome, into the Expo docs, and then just follow the steps that they've given. So I'm going to search for Expo Router. I'm going to go to the first link and I'm going to press on quick start. Okay, so as you can see, this is the way to automatically install the Expo Router into your application by creating a new project. All right, so this is the steps required to follow for the manual installation. So we have done this part. So the next thing is you need to install the required dependency. So pretty much copy this out and come to the terminal, new terminal, and let's install this into our application. So press on enter. Okay, so all of these dependencies have been installed into this particular app. So now let's go over to the docs, and then we have to set up the entry point that is going to happen in the package.json. So we need to add this main block. So let's copy this piece of code. Okay, so let's head over to the package.json, and over here initially it is node modules expo app entry.js. So since we have to inject our Expo Router, we have to change it to this particular value, that is Expo Router /entry. So save the file. That's the next step which we need to perform. And after that we need to modify the project configuration by adding the scheme value. So copy the scheme and let's head over to the app.json over here, and you can add it let's say over here. Can pretty much give it any name. I'm going to give my app name itself, that is Expo navigation, something like this, and save the file. So now this is for the web part, so I'm going to skip this out. The next thing is we need to modify the babel.config.js. Basically we need to add this particular plugin in the plugins part. So copy this out. Let's head over to the babel.config.js, and after the presets we need to add this part where we are including the Expo Router /babel. So save the file. So since a change has been made in this particular file, we need to restart. Okay, I think we have not even started. It is okay. So we're gonna start it now. That is, now we're gonna run the app. Okay, after making all of the changes. So over here inside the terminal, I'm going to say npx expo start. So I'm going to press on enter. Okay, so basically we have few options to view the app, that is on Android, on iOS simulator, on the web. Okay, so for iOS simulator, I'm going to press on I. For Android users, you need to press on A. So it's going to take in a couple of minutes to open the simulator and install a particular app. So let's wait for that. Okay guys, so our project has been created. So towards the right you can see the output. So when we initialize all these dependencies, automatically the Expo Router gets initialized. Okay, so this is basically the starting point of our application. So now, as I told, we have something known as the app directory over here, that is the app router. So the next step is we're going to create a new folder known as the app router in our file tree. So now I'm going to go to the file tree and then create a new folder at the root level. So I'm going to press on app.js and then new folder. I'm going to say app. So this is basically our app router. Okay, so when any kind of file is created in the app directory, so it automatically becomes a root in that particular application. So over here we have a bunch of options. So we have firstly app. Okay, and we're going to say app, and then we have the first thing, that is index.js. So this is gonna resemble this root. That means this is the main index.js, and I mean this is the main home page. Okay, so we're gonna say resembles the main home page or main page. Okay, so let's say suppose we have app and then / home.js. So this is going to represent / home. So this is going to say resembles the home page. So let's say suppose apart from home we have something known as the profile.js. Okay, so this is going to resemble this root, that is / profile, and this resembles the profile page. Okay, so let's look into how exactly everything is going to work. Okay, so as I told, firstly we're going to look into the first one, that is the index.js, that is the main page. So I'm going to press on app, new file, index.js, rnfes to get the shorthand snippet, save the file. So as soon as I save the file, as you can see, we have a change over here in the output. So this is going to be the main root that is inside of our index.js, because this represents the / okay. So as you can see, whatever is there over here, the same thing is going to be shown over here in the output screen as well. So that was it about the first root, that is the index.js. So next thing, suppose let's say we have a home.js page. This also is going to be the second root. So I'm going to say home.js, rnfes to get the shorthand snippet. So save the file. So here inside my index.js, so let's say suppose I want to go to my home.js page. Okay, so here we're going to make use of something known as the link attribute, that is similar to next.js. So I'm going to say link imported from Expo Router. Okay, so inside the link I'm going to say go to home, something like this, and this is going to take in a href attribute. Okay, and here we need to provide the root. So it's going to be pretty simple. So to go to the home, it's going to be / home, right? So save the file. Okay, so as you can see, we're able to see go to home on the screen. So now let's create one more root, that's the third one, that is the profile.js inside of our app directory. So here I'm going to say profile.js. So rnfes to get the shorthand snippet, save the file, and let's come back to our index.js, that is the main page. So here again I'm going to make use of the link attribute, and here I'm going to say go to profile. Alright, let's provide the href for this as well. So href, so similarly previously we had / home, and as you can see over here for profile it's going to be / profile. Where did that go? Yeah, so for profile it's going to be / profile, similar to the home. So here I'm going to say href / profile. So save the file. So I'm going to press on the second one, that is go to home. So it should automatically take me to this particular home.js page. So let's do that. So as you can see, we are currently coming into the home.js. Okay, so currently I think we cannot go back. I think this should work in the the original device, I guess, original iPhone. I'm not sure about that. Okay, I think when we initialize the stack layout, we can automatically see the back button coming over here when we navigate between different screens. Okay, so that's the way we come back over here. Okay, so I think to go back we can make use of the navigation, I think, over here inside of the home.js. So let's say link. Here I'm going to say go back to index, and here we're going to say href. So the index root is going to be just /. So apart from using the link attribute to go to the a previous page, you can also make use of the router that is going to come from Expo Router, and you can make use of the router.replace method as well. Okay, so I'm going to press and go back to index. So it's going to go back to the main index.js file. So similarly, let's press on this one, that is go to profile. With the help of link attribute, it should take us to the profile page, right? So go to profile, and inside the profile page, similarly, we're going to make use of the link attribute. So link, import that from Expo Router. So here I'm going to say go to the index. Let's provide href again and save the file. So now let's press on go to index over here in the profile page. It should take us to the index.js. Okay, so now let's try using the router that I previously explained. So let's remove this and let's initialize a pressable, import from React Native, initialize the text field. We're going to say go to main page. All right, so here I'm going to say on press. So here, as I told, we're going to make use of the router. So here I'm going to say router, imported from Expo Router. Just like this, I'm going to say with the help of replace method, go back to this particular route, that is /, which resembles the main page. So save the file, and I'm going to say go to main page. So we are coming to the main page. Okay, so that is how you create different kinds of routes in the main app directory, which is really simple. Okay, because previously we were using something known as the stack navigator, and we were including that inside of the navigation container for both the tabs, for both the stack as well as the bottom tabs as well. So here it's pretty simple. By just creating the file, that particular route is created in that particular application, right? So now we saw how we can create different kinds of routes in the app directory, and as well as we can even navigate between different kinds of pages. So the next thing we'll be looking into is we're going to explore about the stack layout, and then we are going to initialize the stack inside of our app directory. So to initialize the stack layout, firstly we need to look into something known as the layout.js file. Okay, so basically this layout.js file in the Expo Router is a kind of file that allows you to define a shared layout for a group of routes. So the first step is we're going to create this file in the app directory, that is over here. So let's press on app, a new file. I'm going to say underscore layout.js. Okay, so whatever layout I define over here, that is going to get shared for all of the routes inside of the app directory over here. That is for the home route, index route, as well as the profile route. So let's start defining the layout.js, right? So here I'm going to say import stack from the Expo Router. So as discussed earlier, we're going to initialize the stack layout. So after this, I'm going to say export default function layout, and here I'm going to say return the stack. All right, so to the stack I'm going to provide some screen options. So screen options, so firstly we're going to say header style. Let's give it a background color of, let's say, orange, and we're going to say header tint color of white, and header title style, we're going to give it a font weight of bold. So as soon as I save the file, this particular stack layout is going to get applied to all of the routes, as I already told. So let's save the file. As you can see, with the help of just this piece of code, we are able to see the stack navigator being initialized with the help of the Expo Router. right? So now we're going to go into the index.js, and then we're going to try this out. That is, we're going to navigate to the home screen, the home page as well as the profile page. So let's press and go to home. So now as you can see, for the home screen also, this particular layout is being defined. That is basically the same screen options is applied to the home.js page as well. So let's go back. So that reason you're able to see the back button. So let's press and go to profile. So here also the same set of design is being applied for the header, right? So let's go back to the main page. So when the app loads initially, we are always seeing the index file, right? The index.js, that is whatever content is present over there, we're going to see that as the output in the mobile. But we do not want that, right? We currently want, let's say, the home screen to be shown as the initial screen when the app loads for the first time. So to do that, we have something known as the redirect, that's going to redirect us directly to the home screen. So I'm going to remove everything over here, and here I'm going to say redirect imported from Expo Router. This is going to have the href, and here I'm going to say import to / go to the /home. So before I save the file, I'm going to create a bunch of screens inside of my layout. To do that, here I'm going to say use it like this, that is a stack, and the first thing is it's going to be similar, that is stack.screen, the way we used to define the screens initially. The name is going to be home not /home, just home. And let's also define the second screen. So stack.screen, our name is going to be profile this time, so profile. Okay, so save the file. So now let's come back to the index.js file, and as I already told, we do not want the index contents to be seen when the app loads initially. We want, let's say, the home.js to be seen initially, right? So just format once and save the file. So as you can see, we're able to see the home page initially because we have given the redirect inside of the index.js file, which is the main route for the app, right? So if you want, you can give some options to that particular screen inside of the stack, right, that we used to give previously. So let's say in the home, I do not want to see the home screen. I do not want to see the header. So we used to write options, header shown as false, right? So here also it's going to be the same thing. So save the file. So as you can see, now the header is not there for this. Okay, so we cannot go back because this is the first screen. So let's remove that out. Okay, so for the same thing we can do over here also. So let's say over here inside of the home screen, I'm going to say go to profile, and over here I'm going to say /profile. So save the file and let's press over here. So as you can see, we are able to go to the profile screen. So in the layout, we can even define the options for this as well. So let's say options. So here I'm going to do the same thing, that is header shown as false. Okay, so now we can go back to the previous screen because we have come from the home screen to the profile screen. So that's the way this thing works. That is the stack layout with the help of Expo Router. So you can explore the same thing by making use of tabs. Okay, so now the next thing we'll be looking into is how we can pass the information from one screen to another screen, right? Okay, so to send the data from one screen to another screen, firstly we are going to go into the home.js, and we are sending the data from the home screen to the profile screen. Okay, so firstly instead of this link, we're going to write it in a different way to send the data to the next screen, that is the profile screen. So here I'm going to say link. So here it's going to be similar, that is go to the profile, and over here we're going to make the change in the href. So here we're going to send in the object. So here I'm going to say firstly path name, it's going to be /profile, and apart from the path name we can send our data with the help of the params object. So here I'm going to say params. So let's say I want to send my name. Okay, you can send it like this. So save the file. We're going to remove this one or comment it out for now. And the way we receive the props is, that is basically this value is with the help of use local search params. So let's go into the profile.js to receive the information. So here I'm going to say const params equals to use local search params, import that from Expo Router, and here for now I'm just going to say console.log params. So we're going to save the file. Let's go into the home.js and then press on profile. So as soon as we go to the profile screen, hopefully in the console.log we should be able to see this particular value, that is my name. So let's press on go to the profile. So as you can see, we're able to see the correct object that is coming from the use local search params. So you can even destructure the params, that is directly you can access the name, and you can access that particular name in the return block wherever you want. So the other way is you can actually send with the help of the URL parameters itself. So if you go back to the home.js, okay, let's write that also. So I'm going to say a link. So here I'm going to say go to the profile. So inside the href, it's going to be /profile, and with the help of question mark we're going to send the remaining data whatever we want. So let's say I want to send in the user equals to the username. Okay, so let's comment this out for now. Okay, let's go back over here. So let's press on go to profile. So as you can see, again we are able to see the correct information being sent from the home screen to the profile screen. So this is the way we send information between screens with the help of the Expo Router. Okay, so I think that's it about this video. We have explored about how to initialize Expo Router in a bare Expo project, and then how to create new screens, how to initialize the app router, and how to send information between different screens inside of the app directory. So if you like this video, hit the like button, and let's see you in the next video, and then thank you for watching.